To understand the sudden, mechanical death of Sauron's military, we have to look first at Udûn. Udûn is the deep, enclosed valley in northwestern Mordor that served as the primary staging ground and forge system for the entire war machine. The Black Gate borders this valley. The Black Gate is the heavily fortified, massive iron entrance to Mordor, designed to protect an industrial loop of eternal weapon production. Today, it stands entirely paralyzed. Magical decay claimed the infrastructure. When the supernatural will binding the steel and stone together evaporated, the physical materials instantly lost their artificial tension. Thousands of massive forges suffered an abrupt drop in thermal energy, falling to ambient room temperatures overnight. Without the extreme heat to keep the lubricants viscous, immense gears and pistons simply seized in place. The ruin of Udûn is striking because of its absolute obsolescence. An unconquerable, continent-spanning military-industrial complex was reduced to millions of tons of dead mass in a fraction of a second. Moving inland past the armories, the landscape flattens into the Plateau of Gorgoroth. The Plateau of Gorgoroth is a vast, arid wasteland spanning the northwestern section of the realm, previously kept active by volcanic fissures. Here, the environment suffered from atmospheric settling. The active volcanic forges used to provide constant thermal updrafts that pushed toxic smog and sulfur high into the sky. Without that heat, the smoke and sulfur clouds collapsed. This chart shows the exponential accumulation rate of volcanic ash dropping onto Gorgoroth over 30 days, drastically outpacing normal atmospheric dispersion. The sheer volume of particulate matter compresses over cracked bedrock, creating a geologic seal that prevents topsoil from forming. The physical epidermal history of Sauron's empire lies permanently smothered under this suffocating neutral gray blanket. At the center of this dead zone sits Orodruin. Orodruin, commonly known as Mount Doom, is the central volcano where the One Ring was forged. It served as the literal engine powering the entire tectonic grid of the region. When the Dark Lord fell, the mountain underwent immediate thermodynamic arrest. The magma inside the crater was kept molten by dark sorcery, rather than pure geology, and that heat vanished instantly. Deep subterranean lava rivers lost their supernatural heat source in a matter of seconds, freezing mid-flow into jagged, chaotic blades of black obsidian. This violent drop in core temperature caused massive thermal shock. The rapid contraction fractured the basaltic roots of the mountain itself, splitting the rock open. The earth forcefully reasserted its own physics. The thermal laws of nature violently reclaimed the stolen heat, leaving behind a dead, frozen cone. Connected to the mountain by a cracked road lies a massive debris crater. This is all that remains of Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr was the Dark Lord's towering central stronghold, standing over 5,000 feet tall. A structure of that staggering height flagrantly violates basic physics. Its structural integrity relied entirely on the load-bearing magic of the One Ring to hold the iron and stone upright. This diagram shows the load-bearing failure points of the tower. The millisecond the magic was severed, millions of tons of material obeyed gravity. The shattered iron and crushed stone cascaded inward, packing into a dense gravity well within the crater. Now a completely different, microscopic chemical process dominates the ruins: rapid oxidation. Black Númenóreans were a faction of corrupted humans aligned with Sauron, who wore heavy, enchanted armor. Stripped of its magical sheen and exposed to the elements, their invincible black iron is aggressively being eaten alive by rust. Without an overarching supernatural will to sustain it, the ultimate fortress yields to basic chemistry, reduced to weak, flaking elements. Pulling back to view the entire Mordor ecosystem, the sheer finality of the physical decay across the plateau is absolute. The landscape has become a hostile, decaying dead zone. This is absolute erasure. The slow, imperceptible forces of gravity, time, and entropy easily conquer the remnants of a mechanized tyranny. Absolute, manufactured power rarely falls to a glorious battlefield defeat. It meets its true end in a silent, unceremonious dissolution into ordinary dust.